He says it's time for real change, and this lot agree. But are the public ready? Jeremy Corbyn armed with the most expensive election offer in political history.
This manifesto is, and I'm proud of it, the most radical and ambitious plan to transform our country for decades.
Big taxes for big business and big earners in order to fund a 5% pay rise for all public sector workers. Money for the NHS, for social care, for hospitals, for schools.
When Labour wins, the nurse wins, the student wins, the pensioner wins, the tenant wins, the young couple wins. We all win.
A manifesto of hope for the many, but putting fear into the hearts of the few.
We will go after the tax dodgers, the bad bosses, the big polluters. That's why they throw everything they've got at us, because they're scared of real change, because they aren't on your side.
This election is happening because of Brexit. For many voters, someone who wants to be Prime Minister but won't answer whether they back Leave or Remain is perhaps a bit of a joke. Can you give us a straight answer today? Is it Leave or Remain?
The tenor of the questions that you gave me is that we've got to carry on forever being divided. The tenor of what I'm saying is, let's get together on this. The British people will have the final say. Our government will carry it out, whatever the result of that vote is.
They believe, but the polls suggest the public have their doubts.
The policies are really popular. What about Jeremy? Is he the block on Labour winning?
No, Jeremy's very popular too.
Clear leadership on inequality, on public services, not clear leadership on Brexit.
I think you're wrong on that one.
I don't know what he thinks.
I think the country are begging to be brought back together again. They want to unite us.
Comes up as more of a problem. Jeremy Corbyn or your confusing Brexit policy?
I'll tell you what comes up on the doorstep. The absolute crisis in the NHS.
What do they say about Jeremy Corbyn,
They
though?
say he's going to fight for people. He's going to recruit more doctors, recruit more nurses and fight for the poorest in society.
So they don't say they think he's a poor leader?
I've never had that on the doorstep.
Jeremy Corbyn has left this launch to take his radical programme for government around the country. He wants his manifesto of hope, as he puts it, to inject some much-needed momentum into the Labour campaign, because with just 3 weeks to go, Labour really needs to start closing the gap with the Tories. But two hurdles remain. One is his tortuous position on Brexit, and the other is Jeremy Corbyn himself. His enemies quick to criticise.
Because what we want to know is, what is his plan to deliver Brexit, and what's the deal he wants to do, and which side would he vote on that deal? And we still don't know. Until we have answers to those questions, until we get Brexit done, none of this carries any economic credibility whatever.
Labour hanging their hopes on voters liking these pledges, but this manifesto is even more radical than the one that didn't get them over the line in 2017. The gamble is that 2 years on, people now want something more radical, not conservative. But the biggest question of all is, do they want him? Beth Rigby, Sky News, Birmingham.